Elvis in the privacy of Graceland, though the word normal never seemed to be part of Elvis's life. There actually was a normal routine over the years at Graceland. It was his home. Elvis wanted to be himself, be able to relax and unwind at Graceland. He loved sitting around in his pajamas, whether upstairs reading, watching TV, or eating breakfast in the dining room. He told me, "I don't want to be treated like a star in my own home." He spent his time doing all sort of things. Sometimes he would sit for hours in the TV room, listen to records. He preferred black singers, Fat Domino, Memphis Slim, Rufus Thomas, and B.B. King, Frank Sinatra, and Tom Jones. He was also a TV junkie. They were TV sets all over the house. Some of his favorite shows were Kojak, Wild Wild West, Hawaii Five-0, and several of the game shows. I'm often asked if Elvis had any prejudice in him. I can honestly say that I never did. He never let color of someone else's skin affect the way he treated them. Elvis loved to read. He would read the local newspaper and had subscriptions to Life, Time, and Newsweek. He would lounge around the pool, and it fell upon me to have all his things laid out by the pool for him. His routine was Hawaiian tropic tanning lotion, 2 large beach towels, plenty of ice water, cotton balls to cover his eyes, sandwiches, and chips. Occasionally, he would have me bring out a fan for him next to his chair. I can still see him relaxing in his lounge chair by the pool. He was very hot-natured, and liked everything around him to be as cold as possible. His air conditioner was installed next to his bed so he could feel the cold air, and the noise helped him sleep. The one in his bedroom ran even in the winter. He often ate in his room off a white tray. The closet next to the right of the small hallway had popsicles, Eskimo pies, cut-up fruit, and a bottle of ice water in it for him at all times. Aunt Delta did all the shopping at Kroger in Whitehaven Plaza. She purchased Colgate toothpaste for Elvis and Aqua Velvet and Brute. He could often be seen with a Tipperillo in his mouth, although often it was not lit. He did have a cigarette every now and then, but did not like to be seen in public. Nancy Rook's Bouquet. From her book Inside Graceland, Nancy worked for Elvis from 1967 until 1977. He and the group showed up about 7:15 p.m. and took seats in the church. It was a small crowd there, and no one bothered Elvis. During the ceremony, when the preacher asked if anyone objected to marriage or knew why it should not be allowed, Elvis waved his cane in the air and made some quiet mummers. The minister was already briefed to ignore Elvis if he pulled something, which the minister did. After the wedding, Elvis had to ask if we wanted pictures with him in the church. That led to the photos with him and my wife. Outside, he gave us a car for a present, telling my wife that it was for our honeymoon. She thought it was just for us to use, and asked him when we had to return it. He laughed, gave her a hug, and told her it was ours to keep, not to just use. She jumped up on him, giving him a big hug and a kiss. Later at the reception, he had a small glass of bubbly and talked to everyone. Not one person bothered him, and he was left alone to move about and talk to whoever he wanted. Years later, he remembered that wedding and told me he wished that it had been like that where no one bothered him and he could just be himself. I guess he liked just being himself, a friend of mine, and not the famous Elvis Presley. Dick Grob Fallenleaf, Elvis' security manager from 1967 to 1977.